And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, that this was not planned. I know we're kind of like color coordinated. Before I even introduce my guest here, we didn't plan this. We didn't call each other like, yo, so what you wearing, bro? No, it didn't go down like that. But welcome to Elephant Pick. I have a special guest here, and I'll let him introduce himself. What's your name, brother?
What's up, man? I go by TYG.
TYG.
Out of Jersey, man.
Jersey City, to be exact,
yeah, Jersey
right?
City, yeah.
I was just there yesterday. It's getting gentrified.
Very.
What's your thoughts on that?
I like that part of it.
Yeah?
Man, yeah. I'm good on the trenches, man. Y'all had the trenches. I'm good on the trenches.
It's a smart man. I like that response because a lot of people, you know, they glorify the trenches like the object ain't to get out.
I feel like that's people that haven't been through shit. You know what I mean? When you've been in the trenches long enough, you don't want to be there, bro.
When you go through certain shit. So Teewhy. So is it Teewhy or TYG? Which
TYG
one is that?
is my full artist name. You could call me TY, T. You know what I mean? Either or. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Valid.
So TYG's the full name.
Yeah.
Then TY. Okay. So tell me, all right, you told me that you're from Jersey City. Born and raised?
Nah, not born and raised. I'm born and raised I was born in New York. I was raised all throughout Hudson County. You know what I'm saying? So I spent a lot of time in Union City. I lived in North Bergen for a little bit, West New York for a little bit. So I've repped the whole county. You know what I'm saying? I basically live everywhere.
Okay. So you said you were born in New York. Where in New York?
Yeah. Bellevue Hospital.
Bellevue Hospital. Okay. Okay.
That's Lower East Side.
Yeah. That's lower East Side. Shout out to LES.
Fun fact, that shit is a crazy house. So that might say.
So you were born in a crazy house, huh?
I mean, maybe it's transitioned to that. You know what I'm saying?
It's transitioned. Interesting. So I see you got an Italian flag on your hat. Are you Italian?
It might be Mexican. Yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay, Boricua.
Yeah, Boricua.
Because you have a track called Bayamon. And we're gonna get into all that stuff later. But I wanna bring it back a little bit. So when I was doing my research, as a good interviewer does for this for the interviews, I looked up Teewhy on YouTube and I saw this dude that was singing that looks nothing like you.
Yep.
So what's up with that? There's two TYs out there? Or?
There's like 1,500 TYs out there. I'm the real TY. You Google my shit, I got the most numbers. You know what I mean?
Flexing, let them know.
Just letting them know. I had to, so like in the beginning, my shit was like TY the infamous, TY the great, TY like all this weird shit, you know what I'm saying? So I finally was like TYG. I had mad different names because I was trying to differentiate from those people. You feel me? I kept popping up under them. So I'm like I was like, there's no TYG. So I was like, let me just do that.
Okay, fair enough. I was trying to figure out, I was like, hold up, this don't look like him at all, but
yeah.
I don't know, maybe you switched the style up, I don't know. Everybody's doing surgery nowadays. But anyways, so how long have you been making music for?
Shit, it's been a minute, but like professionally, I would say the last couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Like I really just putting out quality work that I'm proud of, that I'm putting on all digital streaming platforms. Before that, it was more so kind of like a hobby, but I always had the passion and wanted to do it, you know what I'm saying, like professionally, but I just didn't have the funds and wasn't good enough at the time. I mean, I was just working through it.
And I respect you saying that you weren't good enough at the time, because you know a lot of artists, when you interview them or you get to know them, they automatically think they're Hove off their first rhyme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I'm my harshest critic, you know.
A lot of us are like that, because I tend to be my most difficult critic also. But when do you think was the turning point where you were like, man, this is for real now. Like, I'm really taking this to the next level.
Shit. When I did a song called G Shit, that was in 2019. The song was pretty good. Like, it's a pretty dope song to me now. But like, I had the opportunity to go shoot a music video in T.I.'s crib, which I ended up losing the fucking footage. But
what?
I didn't lose it. The motherfucker that shot it lost it. That's a whole nother story. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? When I was there and they're like, yo, connect to the Wi-Fi, and I'm looking and it says House of Hustle shit and T.I. shit and Tip Harry, all this shit. I'm like, yo, like I'm really amongst rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, damn, I'm really in the mix, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really felt like, oh shit, this shit is becoming true. Chris Brown's crib is a couple blocks up. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm around. And then like when I dropped No Pressure, No Diamonds, which is my first EP, that's when people really started to see I can make like radio ready records, in my opinion.
Okay, so just to be clear, T.I.'s Wi-Fi was really the House of Hustle.
It was like House of Hustle Wi-Fi, like 4G, 3G, like he had all different types of shit. When I saw it, I was just hyped to see it, you feel me? I was like,
yeah, you know, and it's those little things that mean a lot to somebody that's on the come up.
Yeah, nostalgic, bro.
And stuff like that. So that's pretty dope. So
yeah.
What would you say was your start? Because now we got into how long you've been making music for, but what was your start?
My start, man, I started making music first on like like it's going all the way back to like fucking early Facebook days. I was dropping videos on Facebook. I was doing little freestyles and shit like that. They would go viral for a little second. And I would upload them on SoundCloud. That was the real early start. And I uploaded 2 mixtapes on Hot New Hip Hop, and them shits is so old they got fucking deleted from the website. You feel me? So that was like the real start. And then like I ended up like getting into like battle rapping and shit like that, and that kind of took my focus away from music for a little while. So people thought I started with battle rap, but realistically I started with music. And then I transitioned back into music after the battle rap shit.
Battle rap is his own culture, bro. Like it's his own like completely different thing from what hip hop is. Like my little brother, he's a big battle rap fan. So like he knows about people I've never heard of, but they got some serious talent.
Yeah, I would say it's different than mainstream hip hop, but it's definitely like hip hop at its core, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because these people are like the truest writers that you can find, a lot of them. You know what I mean? Some of them is ass, some of them is mid, but some of them is real crazy and say shit that will really have you like, God, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need a beat. You have to impress somebody with your straight vocals and lyrics and get it right the first time.
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point, battle rap has gotten to the point, like, if you rap on a beat to battle, it's almost corny.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. Like, a lot of people, like, at least from what I've seen from Smack or, like, King of the Dot and stuff like that, there's no beat under the stuff. So it's definitely his own culture. Now that you brought that up about battle rap, a lot of people say that battle rappers don't know how to make songs. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree?
I agree. A lot of them don't.
Really?
A lot of them don't.
You know, but if you ask a battle rapper, they're like, nah, I make fire songs too.
Here's the thing though, I don't consider myself a battle rapper because I started with music first. You know what I'm saying? Like I got into battle rap and people thought like that's what got me most lit, but like I don't consider myself a full-blown battle rapper. I did do battle rap for a while, but I'm more of a chameleon. I could, you know what I'm saying, like fit in one environment, then fit in the next environment. I was just like being able to show motherfuckers I could write with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the battle rap shit came from. But I agree with you. A lot of motherfuckers suck. They can't make music. They ass. It's true.
So let's talk about the artists that you don't think are ass. Like, what are some of your influences?
I think Sue Surf is definitely one of the best
Tsunami Surf
in battle rap as far as music is concerned. And free him, man. He's going through a situation right now. So best of luck, my G. I already know. Okay, so you would say Sue Surf. Do you have any other influences as far as battle rap?
No, it doesn't have to be just battle rap. Just music music in general.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
We already got the battle rap off. Now we want to know.
Yeah. Music in general. Shit. Dating back to like old school like hip hop and shit. I'm talking about like fucking Big L. I really fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Cannabis. I really fucked with on the lyrical
heavy
level.
Bars. Two people with the heavy bars.
And the storytelling for me was everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. Nas. You know what I'm saying? When you hear records like Rewind, shit like that, had my mind bugging as a kid. I still
to this day I'm like, yo, that's so clever how he made that.
And the video too. You know what I'm saying? Like the video was crazy. Shot the whole shit in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So I was put on like by my older brother at an early age to this real dope shit, you know what I'm saying? Even the old school Jedi mind trick shit like that, but then started to transition to DMX, the big puns. I
was waiting for you to say pun. I was like, how is he Puerto Rican and he hasn't brought a big pun yet?
Chino Excel. I mean, all these motherfuckers, man. Like even Necro. I mean, so many people I really had an influence in, like from back in the day. But even new school motherfuckers, I still take influences from new artists today. People from 2000, 50 Cent, I was huge on. You know what I'm saying? G Unit, Beg for Mercy, one of my favorite albums.
Me too.
Shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's dope. So you're 2 albums in. Right?
Yeah. Two EPs.
So, obviously EPs, for those that don't know, can you explain what an EP is?
I'll try. EP, I think, is like an extended play.
Yeah, that's what it's actually called.
So it's like a small project. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I think my second one was considered an album, but I wanted it to be an EP. It was like 8 songs, but the first one was 5. So an EP would be anywhere from like 3 to 5 songs, I think.
Yeah. So that's. Fair. I just wanted you to explain it to the people that might not know what an EP is. But yes, No Pressure, No Diamonds. What's up with that name? Where did you get that from?
So there was a meme that I seen and shit on Google of like this old man and this young guy. Like this young guy had this pickaxe and he was in like this mine and shit like that, and he's digging and he's mad enthusiastic digging through this mine and shit, right? And then you see this older guy who's right next to this huge batch of fucking diamonds and shit.
I've seen this wall
that's like a little sliver, and he's turning away because he's so tired of working, which to me just was so relatable because I'm like, damn, like you never know, one more crack and it's your fucking go. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You never know. Tomorrow could be a day, so why stop grinding type shit. So I was like, damn, like as I'm trying to think of names, I'm like, No Pressure, No Diamonds. Like it just engulfs my whole story. You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful thing, and you show a lot of different styles in this album. In both EP. And I want to say it's an album, but you're the one that created it. I'm talking about number 2.
It's kind of like an album.
Number 2, yeah. So especially in number 2, you show a lot of different styles. You show if I'm not mistaken, Arrogant is on this the first one, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then my favorite track we're gonna get into in a second, but let's talk about Arrogant because you
Okay.
made a video for it.
Yeah.
I love the video with the girl that was mad big, but it was
Facts.
like you were little, but you were still talking your shit.
Yep.
You know how did that one come about?
Shout out
you
to
just
my
in
man,
your bag or something?
Shout out to my man Nathan Franks. You know what I'm saying? He's out of Hoboken, incredible videographer and super dope director above all. You know what I'm saying? I linked up with him through my man Pootie. Shout out to Pootie too. You know what I'm saying? And I hit him up and shit. I was like, yo, I got this video. I like the way that you shoot videos. Let's work on something. You know what I'm saying? And he was mad enthusiastic about it and gave me this super wacky ass idea, you know what I'm saying, which was the video and shit. And we sat down and we just, you know what I'm saying, just shared ideas and it came to be like that. You know what I mean?
That it was definitely dope. It was eye catching and it was something a little bit different.
He's working on my a brand new video that, you know what I'm saying, should be coming soon too, called Feeling Away, off of my second project. So expect more of that dope ass shit, you know what I'm saying, from him. So.
We love the creativity. Now I gotta tell you what my favorite song of yours is, at least as of right now.
Okay.
You're the Underdog. And the reason that I like it the most is because I feel like it's very introspective, and I have a thing for like when people talk about the things that they go through.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it more relatable. It made me feel like, damn, I can understand the struggle. Even though I'm far from a rapper, I'm a DJ, I'm an entertainer, but it just made me feel like, damn, like I feel the come up, I feel the hustle. You know, and I really, really enjoyed that. But can you talk about that song a little bit more?
Yeah, hell yeah, man, and I appreciate you saying that because that's definitely one of my favorite songs too. And at one time, like I was making like kind of depressing music, all depressing music. So the first project I came out with, I decided like I want to go for a mainstream type of sound. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole intent. Like all this shit is by design. I designed the first one to be like just bangers and shit like that, and then the second one to be a little bit more introspective. I started off with that song to get into my story a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's You're the Underdog. Then I get into 24 that talks about like, you know what I'm saying, you got 24 hours to get it type shit. You know what I mean? Then it gets into Angela Yee, I'm on the map. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets into some of the other songs and shit. But it is really one of my favorite songs because it's all true. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about shit that really happened to me, especially in the second verse. I really sold my sneakers and shit to get inside the studios, you know what I'm saying, to record my shit. I was dead broke, dead pop, never got no money from nobody to do this shit. I'm self-funded 100% since the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
And at least, you know, from that song Angela Yee and the video, you got a type?
Say again, like a type?
Yeah, I feel like you might have a type. I could be wrong.
Like in women?
Yeah,
Or,
in women.
I mean,
Brown skin.
you know, caramel.
Yeah, I could tell because the name Angela Yee and then the girl in the video
Light
too.
skin.
It just made me think of that just off the top. But that anyway, that's neither
like
here
them
nor
all.
there.
All women are beautiful.
All women. I see. That's a good answer. That's how you keep them coming. You know, and I didn't mean it that way. I'm not a pervert. Whatever. Anyways, so let's talk about, like you said, you sold your sneakers in order to get some studio time.
There was a Facebook group called Kicks or Us and shit. You know what I'm saying, at the time.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, we used to go on there and meet up motherfuckers on 42nd Street in Times Square and like trade our sneakers and different shit like that. So that's how I would get fresh in high school. After a while, I was like, I don't give a fuck about getting fresh. I want to go record. So I sold my shit, you know what I'm saying? And I just walked around with whatever I had, but I wanted to record, you feel me? And I got my first project done with Malik in a studio mad long ago. You know what I'm saying? We just did like early songs and shit. I would go perform in high school, multicultural shows and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Hey man, you got to start somewhere, right?
That was a start, yeah.
And you ended up performing in Europe, and we're gonna get to that, right? So you go from the community center, the cultural center, the talent shows, to now I'm in Switzerland.
Facts.
And that's a beautiful thing. But I just wanna I wanna go back a little bit and let's talk about the independent artist grind. Let's talk about the positives, the negatives. What can you tell me about being an independent artist? What are some things that
I would say that as an independent artist, if you have the proper funding and the proper team to be able to get a lot of things done, then that is an amazing lane for you. Like somebody like Tory Lanez specifically, you know what I'm saying? He did it right. He got a deal, then kind of like broke out, and now he's doing his own thing. It's a lot harder because you're not going to be put in the public eye like that. You're not going to get the machine pushed behind you. But what a lot of people don't know is that you don't need to have a fucking hit record on billboards to be able to eat off of music.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You can have a nice fan base. Let's say you have 10,000 motherfuckers that fuck with you, and they're consistently buying your music. I mean, at $10, $20 a pop an album, you doing some numbers, you know what I'm saying? Plus shows, plus merch, plus everything else. So I feel like it's really a preference thing because getting signed is not a bad deal either. You know what I mean? You just
I don't know.
Depends what deal you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You have. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people get into deals and have no idea what they're what they're signing.
100%. And like I tell motherfuckers all the time, you don't gotta know. You just gotta know the person that knows. You know what I mean? Get you an entertainment lawyer. If you don't know where to find one, Google one. Entertainment lawyers near me.
I saw you put up a photo with Bob Celestin.
Yeah.
And I've met him a couple times. I know a couple of his clients. So you gotta know what you're doing.
Facts.
You know, you definitely gotta know. So the negatives, you would say the negatives is you gotta push way harder.
Way harder. All the money's coming out of your pocket. You can't expect to be in the public eye as much as you want to be. I mean, it's really up to you, and it's a lot harder. You know what I mean? But if you don't care about some of that shit, like that major push, then it's cool. You know what I mean?
So if you had to at least 2 to 3 pieces of advice that you would give an independent artist, what would it be?
2 to 3 pieces of advice. I would tell them, don't cheat your audience, number one, meaning like invest in the quality of your product, because at the end of the day, this is a representation of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go in and record in some bullshit studio and you put it out, niggas is not trying to hear that. Just period. Even if you rapping good, it's just ass. You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to hear that. That's number one. Number two, like don't be scared to invest. You know what I mean? Like you have to invest. There's no way around investing in this game. It's impossible. Like, in my opinion, unless you know somebody that's an investor or you come from money or something like that, regardless, you have to invest. That's number two. Number three, I would say, create the music you're a fan of. You know what I mean? Like, don't just go for shit that's trendy. If you're a fan of something else, make that, if that's what's speaking to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you keep it authentic.
Authentic, right? All day. Yeah.
That's dope. So let's talk about Europe. How did that come about?
Yo, shout out to my man Sean Strange. You know what I'm saying? That's my manager and shit like that. My guy. He really helped facilitate that, and also shout out to Sickfeld Open Air, the people at Geek for Freak, the great people over there.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you saying right now? I don't even know what you're saying.
International T, that's my handle. You know what I'm saying? So my man Sean was working on it for a couple of months and shit, and he was basically able to get to headline, and then I came out as like a special guest during his set. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
We had a band that learned not only his songs, my songs, you know what I'm saying? So I basically was somewhat of like an intermission for him for a good 20 minutes out there for a packed ass crowd, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And that shit was like the experience of a lifetime, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they had pyrotechnics, I had dancers, I had, you know what I mean?
That is a different kind of energy.
It was different, bro. I had kids shouting my name and shit like that before I even got on stage. Teewhy, Teewhy, Teewhy. That shit had me so fucking hype. I never been there before.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers screaming my name. They don't even know me. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, I'm just like I'm bugging out and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. I got the whole like experience. Had me feeling like I was Drake out there, bro. No
and that's a beautiful thing. It makes me think, and maybe you could agree with this or disagree with this, or just tell me how you feel. I feel like when I go out of town, when I DJ out of the state, maybe out of the country, whatever, there's so much more love and appreciation for what you do. As soon as you step out of, I would say, the tri-state area, like I feel that way. Now, do you agree? Disagree?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000% agree.
Why? Why would you?
I mean, I think this shit go back to shit. I mean, even before we can even remember, bro, like 1800s type shit. They used to say like the whole tri-state area was just a depressing place. Like back in the day. I don't have the exact historical facts and data to back what the fuck I'm talking about, but I remember niggas talking about that shit. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a lot of people like to see you do good, but not better than them. I think number one. Number two, like if they grew up in the same place as you, they get angry if they see you making moves and they complacent. You know what I'm saying? They stuck in place, they stagnant, and it's just like they naturally become haters and bitter. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of people out here, because it's just so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to be not famous, but everybody wants to be successful. You know what I'm saying? And everybody thinks it's a dog eat dog world, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Do you see it ever changing?
Changing? Shit. Probably not. I feel like somebody gotta lead the way in a positive way that has endured that bullshit and is still like, you know what, I'm gonna put motherfuckers on. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of that in the West Coast.
Yeah.
I see the West Coast artists holding each other down and like, yo, this kid is up next. Like, for example, they did that with Kendrick, where Corrupt was on the stage, Snoop was on the stage, I forgot who else was on the stage, and they were like, yo, Kendrick, you got it now. You know You know what I mean? Like that type of handing over the crown type of stuff. I wish I would see that more out east, out here.
Bro, I got so many people that will rather DM me than comment on my shit that I fuck with it. They'll just tell me in my inbox. I'm like, bro, don't love me in private, bro. Say that shit with your fucking chest. Like,
facts.
What are we doing, bro? Like don't love me in private. That shit is weird and corny. You know what I'm saying? My numbers is not reflecting. People that don't know, like that shit affects the algorithm, bro. If you're not commenting on my shit, I'm not getting reach. You can't love me in private. That does no good for me. You know what I'm saying? It's corny, in my opinion.
No, you're right. You're totally right about that. I agree. And that's a whole nother thing as far as the independent grind. Like, you got to be a master of social media.
Yeah.
And social media marketing. And that's just something that I just, obviously is a big thing, but it's something I just thought about to bring up. So, where is Teewhy in 5 years, 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years? Shit, man. Hopefully... living off my music solely, you know what I'm saying, and doing big things, collaborating with some big artists. My name on
any dream collabs?
Yeah, of course. I mean, shit, I would love to work with Drake. I love to work with Rick Ross. I love to work with Sway Lee, Janae Aiko, Snow Allegra, mad people.
You got a list.
Crazy amount of people, bro, that I would love to work with. So yeah, I just see myself like in that mix amongst those people. You know?
That's a creative. I like the people you chose because they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I love Snow Allegra. I don't know how she slept on.
Yeah, well, I feel like she's more reserved.
Yeah.
At least I feel like, she's not as outside as like you might see the next artist, but she's true to her craft.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that you kind of like alluded to, like, yo, if you're gonna be an independent artist, you gotta be true to your craft.
She got that soul, bro. I don't feel that like that no more. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the ones that really got that sound that's like
big shout outs to Snow Allegra. Now talk to me about your upcoming projects. What can we expect from Teewhy? International TYG. I don't know how many.
You know what I'm saying? That's my handle. Shit. I'm kind of working on a third project at the moment. Also
No Pressure, No Diamonds 3?
Possibly. You know what I mean? I might steer off in a different direction. I got actually a lot of cool shit in the works. I don't really want to announce too much, but I might work with a very well-known producer very soon. So, you know what I'm saying? We might collab on something, either some singles or a project. You know what I'm saying? So that's in the works. A couple music videos in the works, tours in the works. You know what I'm saying? More shows in the works. And realistically, I'm just trying to hone in on my craft more and just continue to get better because I just know there's like, I'm trying to be world class, bro. I'm not trying to be like pretty good or like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be undeniable. I need hater-proof records. You know what I'm saying? Like I need shit that's
hater-proof records.
I heard Diddy say that. You know what I mean? The other day, I'm like, yo, I love that. I just feel like it's what I'm lacking in my catalog. I got a couple records that people really fuck with, but I don't think I have that hater-proof record yet. That's like, yo, undeniably, you can't say this is a whack record. Like you're hating otherwise. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking lying.
Well, it's on the way, and I can't wait to hear it. Now, let me ask you one last question before I wrap it up.
Yeah.
If an artist came up to you and said, yo, I want you to ghostwrite, would you do it?
It depends. I wrote for artists before.
Oh, okay.
It would just have to make sense, you know what I'm saying?
The bag gotta be right.
The bag gotta be right. And also, like, you have to be able to take direction, I feel, and you gotta be dope. Like, there's some intangibles, like, you have to have a dope voice. Some people can't rap because of that. You know what I mean? Some people have very unique voices, which is cool. Some people have voices that they just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Not assertive enough. They don't sound believable enough. Conviction ain't there. Shit like that. So you gotta be moldable. You gotta give me something to work with, and then we can work. You know what I mean? And then the bag gotta be right.
All right, fair enough. Now give them all your social media handles, how they can find you, all that stuff.
You can find me at TEEWHY Music on everything. You know what I'm saying? Follow me, and actually TEWHY got bars on Twitter. And one more thing before we wrap up, I want to let you know that I brought you something.
Some goodies.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What we got here?
A shitty guest, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to come empty-handed.
Big shout out to Teewhy. Big shout out to Teewhy for this.
There you go, my brother.
Oh man, what's this? Is it my birthday? Like, what's going on?
Open it slowly. You know?
Slowly?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm very impressed.
Like I got him bust down.
Wow.
Bust down.
Very impressed, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is pretty. And he got the sticker. Yes, I love this, man. I appreciate it for real, man.
My brother,
this is very thoughtful. That's it, artists. I gotta step y'all game up when y'all come to Elephant Pit, because this is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Bust down elephant. I'm gonna figure out a name for it too, because I collect elephants because I'm the elephant in the room. And that's the perfect way to end it, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut it up, did that.
Yes, bam, and it opens up to elephant pick. We are wrapping up, but before we wrap up, you know you got to give us some bars, right?
Let's do it.
We're gonna get into some bars. Teewhy is in the building. Elephant pick. We out of here. Peace.